Brendan, this is James. Borrow Time.
Everyone, I seem to love Reaper Hardcore, Reaper Records. A lot of great hardcore on that label. True hardcore label. I guess you're one of the probably least known of bands in that label, I'd say.
Probably so, yeah.
What's your connection to that label, for those who are unaware?
I've known Patrick since the 90s, so when we got Borrow Time going, his label was kind of just starting to take off at the time, and he wanted to he heard the demo that we did, and he wanted to put out something, so we did that. So yeah, I've known him since, I don't know, mid-90s or something, writing back and forth with zines and various band demos and stuff, so good dude.
So I guess you guys put out No Escape from This Life, right?
Yeah, that had the 3 songs from the demo and 5 new songs on it.
And that came out about 10 years ago, right?
Came out in 2006.
Almost 10 years ago.
It feels like a lifetime ago, yeah.
Yeah. So you guys almost put out a second record.
Yeah, we put out we did the No Escape thing on Reaper, and then we did the split with Sons of Disgrace, and we did three songs and a cover on that, and then we recorded a full length for Reaper, and then that's when that lineup fell apart, kind of self-destructed. So
first thing I can say that I've heard that album, probably one of only 2 or 3 people who's heard that album, and I could say it's one of the best, mean hardcore records of the last 20 years.
Thank you, that's very nice. I was very proud of it. It came out good, and we're trying to figure out now what exactly we're going to do that's going to be fair to some of the past people and fair to me for, all the money and time that we all put into it. So we're going to try and figure something out that everyone can agree on. It's hard to see putting it out now as is, being that lineup isn't around to support it.
Yeah.
So we're trying to figure something out. It's going to come out in one form or another.
Okay, cool.
We're trying to figure something out.
And so I guess, what kind of crap have you guys been going through over the years, in recent years, let's say personally, professionally, to want to stay involved in this scene?
I don't know. I love hardcore music. I've seen it evolve in a lot of different ways. A lot of people want metal. I like metal, so I don't hold any grudges, but I see the people that are true to the form. And a lot of people might look at me a little differently because I do rock, or if it comes to a metal band, I'll do a metal band. To each his own. I like playing music. If I can get somebody to stand up there, if it's 1 or 10 people, I don't care. As long as I'm having a good time, they're having a good time. As far as recent endeavors, really this is starting fresh. So I mean, we haven't come into any problems except a lot of people are a little hurtful because the band has started back up. But I'm just trying to do the best I can to stay true to what Aiden did prior to me, and do him justice and the band justice. I mean, we're just out to have fun, And, I mean, he moved on with his life. I love the bands from day one. I mean, I've known Brendan for a very long time through bands, through his rock band, Heat Seeker, and Ledyard was playing with them, and we brought Plata. Yeah. We brought Plata in from Ledyard. I mean, this is new to him. He's awesome shredder, and I thought he would be like, this is not my bag. Played a show, he saw how the people went off and how they responded, and he was like, I'm in for the long haul. He's like, why couldn't you introduce me this earlier? And I was like, dude, you just weren't open, but now you are. That's awesome. But I mean, as far as this band, I mean, and myself, I have no regrets. I have no endeavors really. I mean, it's fun, man. I'm having a blast with these dudes. I mean, the new lineup is great.
Yeah. Now, Chris from All Out War and Merauder was supposed to be here tonight, I think.
Yeah, he had some family emergency happen, so he had to drive downstate and couldn't be with us tonight. Unfortunately, we had jammed a few times, and we were all psyched to make it happen because he's played with us on the past on recordings, but never live. So we were looking forward to it, and hopefully it'll happen someday, and we'll see.
I'm sure it will.
I think so.
Chris
is like practically a band member. He's like the sixth guy or whatever. You know, he's been involved with the band for quite a while now. He's played on several different recordings or whatever. So he's always a go-to anytime we're in the studio. He's really cool to jam with.
Your shirt that you wore, some good friends from back home.
True North Strong.
There you go.
That's right.
Yeah. Your thoughts on that band?
I fucking love them, man. They're like cold as life. There were. I wish there was more bands like them right now. They stay true to what they do. I mean, we played with them. We recently played up in Ottawa with them and Life on Trial.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we ended up playing the Broughton Fest?
Yep.
In Broughton, Quebec, and that was a blast. I mean, the bands that are out there, I was shocked. And we broke down literally between Ottawa and Broughton, and it was just like, what are we going to do? We're screwed. I'm like, can you call AAA? No, it's CAA. And, the jokes were phenomenal, but I'll tell you this. The people out in Canada are so gracious because we had more people stop and ask us to help us. They would try to see what was going on. They'd be like, hey, start the car. I don't hear a click. I mean, everybody was very wonderful. And then Pascal from The Sleep sent out two dudes that ended up towing our van to the club, unloaded the gear at the club, and then took our van to go fix it. And I was like, you come to the United States, it's like, oh man, that sucks. And they walk away, where we're up there and very gracious. And the bands that are up there are phenomenal. I think bands around here should hear a lot of the bands that are out there because they got a new vibe, and a lot of them got the old school that you don't hear anymore.
Yeah.
So, I mean, those 2 days were a blast. So, I mean, True North Strong, though. Bo, you're my boy.
Cool.
The funny thing about the Broughton Fest is the first time we went up there, we broke down in the town next to it when we played there, the Thetford Mines, and we had kids come pick us up and bring us to the show and put us up, and it's just you don't have that in America where kids are just so generous there, and they'll go out of their way to like help you, and even when we were a band and nobody knew who we were, we went up there the first time. They really welcomed us with open arms and really went off and went crazy. So I mean, I love playing up in Canada. I have a lot of friends up there. It's always fun going up.
Yeah.
The response is nuts too. They love their hardcore. They love their music. Where around here, a lot of people have their arms crossed and play the ego game or sit back.
You just gotta impress people here. They're kind of like leery at first, like, oh, what's this stuff, and then
there they just fucking set it off. It's fucking nuts, man. I could not believe the stuff I saw there.
Yeah,
it was great.
Yeah,
and I'll see you at the VOD show.
100%. Which your band's not playing for some reason?
No. I had a little tiff-taff with the promoter trying to get us on there. It was about selling tickets, and I went above and tried to get Tim to get us on, and Tim was going to get us on, and we were on, And then we saw a flyer at the Record Archive, and I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess we're not playing. Made a phone call, and he's like, yeah, dude wants a pre-sale, which is, I'm so not used to that, the whole pre-sale ticket thing for bands. It bugs me out. I guess that's the main thing now. I'm so out of the loop as far as that goes. I'm like, I've never had to pay to play or sell tickets.
Yeah, it's kind of the norm now. It's kind of,
I mean,
it is what it is at this point. You know, you can not do it, and
the industry's gotten really nuts. I mean, these bands drive for long distances and they barely get money for merch and get home, but they still do it because they love it. You know, the dudes from Strife. I mean, killer fucking set. Man. That dude is bonkers, and I was like, I relived 1997 tonight. And I was like,
16 years since the last time we've seen them, and they were great tonight. They were awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool to see that. You know, I saw them for the first time in '97 with the Strife. Sick of It All, One King Down.
Yeah. It's good. It's good to see older bands that are still out there and that still are good.
Yeah,
that's really awesome.
Yeah, that was definitely a very inspiring set, a very inspiring show overall.
That drummer, good drummer.
Oh yeah,
good drummer
from Ignite.
Oh, is that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's good. Oh yeah.
And then our bass player, Sketchy, talking from the sidelines.
You might recognize him from the movie The Waterboy. That's Bobby Boucher.
Bobby Boucher.
He plays bass.
Thank you. I would like a water. But there's some great new bands. I mean, Ghost Ship.
Sure.
The Eagle Destroys. Hands down, man. Punk Rock Corey and Devin. They're my boys, man.
Corey's our dude.
Yeah.
BT alumni.
Yeah. Any other, I guess, words to the young people out there?
Unless I'm drunk, then I am loose-lipped.
Which is a beautiful thing.
And you've got me to talk drunk, so.
It's a beautiful sight. So, yeah, I mean, your words for the young people there who are struggling, going through crap, anything to offer them?
It always gets better, man.
Pretty much it. Keep going. It's going to get better eventually.
Mm-hmm. Nothing could ever stop you if you put your mind to it at all. I mean, I've been doing this since '91, playing in bands. I still live like each day is the best. You know, I have a kid now. He's been doing it probably just as long and putting out records for other bands.
Yeah.
I've never seen him be mad at anything, or, you know. It is what it is, man. It's a lifestyle. Everybody is friendly. Everybody picks up each other and dusts them off. And it's great. Love it.
When can people expect something new from the band?
Well, I'll give you the story as far as what happened. Like, so we recorded the record for Reaper, and that was getting ready to come out, and then Aiden decided that he didn't want to do the band anymore. So he came to me. He's like, "Look, my heart's not into it. I don't want to play in a band anymore. I want to focus full time on tattooing, and you have my blessing to carry on." And that's how that went pretty much. And the other guys either didn't want to or weren't into the idea of continuing on. And we'd always had pretty much a revolving door of people for the most part since the beginning. I mean, we had so many people, and we always just would get whoever we could so we could keep the machine going, do whatever we could to get to play the shows. And so I had pretty early on James in mind, and he was open to doing it, and it was just a matter of finding people that were able to deliver on the level that we wanted to do it. I just didn't want to put it back together and have it be just for the sake of doing it. I wanted to have it sound good and be able to live up to where I thought we were before. Because I thought at the end we were really starting to head in the right direction, and So I wanted it to be legit and not, something just for the sake of putting it together. So it took a while, and there was some other shit going on at the time that kind of brought my focus away from doing bands, some, family shit and some relationship shit. But, things are good now. We found Dave, our drummer, and pretty much everything fell into place from there. We had, a couple different people that we were jamming with, and we, tried to do it, and it just wasn't happening. So we finally got a drummer that was really gung-ho to do it, and everybody else kind of fell into place, and so it's going good now. So that said, we've done probably 8 or 9 shows now at this point, something like that, and we're hoping to start writing some shit in October or whatever, and hopefully get into the studio before the end of the year. That's the plan. Get something out, like a 7-inch or something out early next year. That's the plan at this point. And also figure out what we're gonna do with the older stuff. Maybe have him sing on some of it. I don't know. We're still working through that.
Yeah.
So that's the plan. So the plan is to get something out early next year and keep playing shows, and then we'll see what happens. Kind of see where it goes. But so far the response has been really good, especially from a lot of the people that have known us, that I've been friends with for a long time. They seem to really like this lineup, and that is definitely encouraging. So thank you so much for the interview. It's always great to talk to you. I wish you a lot of luck on your new endeavor, and it's good to see you back doing this.
Thank you very much, guys.